Namaste. Welcome, friends, to today's Yin and Yang practice. I welcome you to join us today as we're going to move our bodies. We're going to move through fire and water, heat and cool. And we're going to be moving rotationally, so in a circle, a mandala. So some advice I'd like to give you is to place your mat horizontal, kind of landscape, side on, whatever wording sinks in with you best for that. So that when you are moving, you won't need to turn your neck too much to see your teachers. Okay, so let's begin the practice. So start in a nice, comfortable seated position, whether that be legs in front, sat on your heels, or cross-legged like ourselves. Once you find that seat, just take a moment to remind yourself to listen to your body throughout today's practice. So taking your own intuition with the movements, not taking anything that doesn't serve you or doesn't feel nice for your body, as we're all living in different bodies. So we must listen to our own. Very important. So with that said, let's begin today's practice. We're going to open with some Anuloma Viloma, alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to be breathing through each nostril alternatively with sound, with that Ujjayi sound. Chose this breath to complement the Yin and Yang practice, as that is what each of the nostrils are. One side of the body is our male, one is the female, the Ida and Pingala, the fire and water, sun and moon, Yin and Yang. So with performing this breath, we are balancing that Yin and Yang, harmonising the two hemispheres of the brain, and resulting in well-being, physical, mental, spiritual and emotional, by working with all them 76,000 nadis, them energy channels, that prana within our bodies. I'm sure we'll say more about this in the yin section. It's all you really need to know before we get moving. Okay, so expose your right palm to the sky and close the central fingers, leaving exposed your little finger, which is the element water in itself, and your thumb, which is the element fire. Okay, so pop them on your shoulders. Take a nice deep inhalation with the lips soft through your nostrils. Take a nice deep exhalation through your nostrils. When that exhalation comes to an end, close your right nostril with your thumb. Draw the in-breath through your left nostril. Feel and listen to the sound, Ujjayi sound. Close the left nostril when you've reached full capacity. Take a moment, then release your thumb and exhale through your right nostril. When the exhale is finished, begin to breathe in. Inhalation through the right nostril. Close the right nostril, take a moment here, and then release the left nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Draw that breath in. Nice long breath. Close the left nostril with the little finger. Take a moment. Release the right, the thumb. Draw the breath out through the right. Nice and long. Soothing. And then inhale through that fiery right nostril. Draw the heat in. Close the right nostril. Exhale, let the cool air out. And then draw the cool air in, balancing that fire and water in the body. So continue like this. We're going to take around 13 rounds, so just losing yourself in the sensation, within the senses of this breath. Anything you feel, anything you hear. You may hear the surrounding sounds from the yoga practice on your TV. Surrounding sounds of myself and Alex actually teaching this with the fire on our bodies from the sun. And we've placed ourselves around the water of Pennington Flash today, so that we can feel the water and we can feel the fire to complement our yin and yang as we teach you today. So hopefully that vibration is going to be expelling off us to you at home. A few more rounds. And Then on the next out breath, I'm going to release the hand and rest them both on the knees for a moment. Lips soft, breathing in and out through your nostrils. So we're going to start to move in a moment's time. And I'm going to be doing the Yang section today, and Alex is going to teach the Yin. So there's no rules. Yes, I'm female and I'm teaching the Yang, but I am made as much male energy as Alex. 36,000 female nadis in a human being and 36,000 male nadis. So I am taking on the Yang today. It's not, doesn't mean Alex has to do the Yang because he is the more male energy, and he's not really. So let's begin. So I'd like us to meet on all fours. So meeting on all fours in the middle of your mat. Remember that little bit of advice to take the mat landscape if you've not already. If I've got any bits of trees and grass on my bottom and legs, just ignore it. So we'll open with some cat-cow, sprinkle those fingers nice and wide. Inhale, draw the navel down and open the Visuddha. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and curl and arch. One more. Inhale, draw that belly down. Exhale, curl and arch. Let's meet at neutral spine now. So I will be getting off my mat or my invisible mat at some point. So we don't need to be attached to a mat as such. And probably spot Alex so you can see the ways to mould the body into the poses. So from here, we've got our hands now at the front of our mat, curl the toes. We're going to take our first Adho Mukha Savasana, downwards facing dog of the day. So tilt the tailbone to the sky, straighten the legs as much as feels nice for you, micro bends in the knees if you need, pedal the feet here, pull the belly in, downwards facing dog. So this is a vinyasa. It may go with a little bit of speed, so just do what you can. So the feet are at the back of the mat. Let's walk the hands to the feet so our entire body is at the back of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, surrender as if you want to kiss your shins. Inhale, float the arms up, a full circle, 360 degrees. Exhale, bring the thumbs to the Anahata, the heart space. Lovely. Shuffle the feet together so the big toes meet. Our first pose, Virakanasana, our tree pose. Open through your right hip and place the right sole of your foot on to your leg, or you can keep it on the floor. So when I say your leg, either beneath your knee joint or above your knee joint, but never on your knee joint. Alex will show one option and I'll show the other. Let's expand our branches here, open through them arms, and balance in your tree pose. Really expand the chest, the pectorials, open the arms as far as you can, like tree branches. Deep cleansing breaths. On the next exhale, we're going to draw that right knee into the chest, give it a little cuddle. Lengthen the vertebrae on the inhale. Exhale, take that right leg back, heel to the bum, take your right hand with it, so keep hold of it and take it with it. Lovely. Layer this left arm forward. Squeeze the sole of the left foot into the earth. So we're in a little hamstring stretch. We can progress to a dancer pose. So you can stay here, or you can begin to tilt the chest and the torso down slightly. Keep the balance. If everything feels nice, you can flip your hand inside out like I think Alex has already done, and hold on to the side of your big toe. Deep cleansing breath. Beautiful. Just bring the knees to meet, sweep the hands forward. Balance here, knees together. Balancing on one leg. Now flex that right foot and shoot it back. So we meet at Virabhanasana 3, our flying warrior. Try and keep the heel, the heel and the hip in line, nice and strong. Pulling the belly in, activating the Manipura, the fire in the belly. Beautiful, palms together. Lovely demonstration from Alex. So we are moving on. You're probably wobbling all over at home. Or maybe you're holding onto the sofa. That's the joy of practicing at home. So now we're going to sweep this right leg through and forward for Anjayasana, our lunge. So sweep that right knee to the chest and shoot it forwards. Good. We're on the ball of the foot of the back foot. We've got the knee bent ever so slightly to square the hips to the front of the mat. Breathe here. Enjoy each and every organic breath. I know we are out in the nature. The breath with the air is a dream. Okay, we're going to pivot that back heel inwards. So you're going to pivot that back left heel inwards. So the little toe and the heel are parallel to the back of the mat. Take the arms out to the side. We meet at Virabhanasana 2, our warrior 2 pose. Knee and ankle stacked, belly pulled in. Our torso and navel is into this open space. And we're going to come into a side angle now, bringing the right forearm onto the right thigh. Palm to the sky, left forearm on over, oh hello, bicep to the ear. If you enjoy it here, stay here, or you can begin to lower that right arm down to the earth and straighten the left arm, making one juicy line. We're all going to make our way there now, so if everybody at home would like to place that right arm down. Pretty tricky transition. We're coming into Skandasana. So you're going to turn the back foot onto the heel. As you lower the sit bones, lower the glutes. You may be higher than I am at the moment, which is fine. Then you're going to bring the hands to the heart space. Not like you're on a toilet seat. Don't flop down. Keep everything engaged and lifted. All them limbs strong and active. We're working with the sun, the fire in the belly, the fire in the body. Deep breaths. So we're going to come into Ardha Virasana now, a half hero pose. So we're turning back to the back of our yoga mat. Use our hands to support us. Bring our knees to meet and curl over onto the front of that right foot. Beautiful work. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, float down. So you may not all have made it here. It is a bit iggy. You may want a block under your hip. You may want to take the foot out to the side if it's not comfortable being on the front of the foot. Just find what serves you. Deep cleansing breaths. Okay, lengthen the vertebra. Place the hands behind you with the fingers facing the buttocks. I'll probably bump into Alex here. So bend your left knee now, sole of the left foot on the earth. With that left foot active on the earth, lift your buttocks and sweep the right foot to the sky. So we're in a one-leg version of our Purvottanasana, our inclined plane pose. Hips high, guys. Breathe. Only take the head back if that feels nice for yourself. Okay, you're going to soften the buttocks down. At the same time you do so, draw the buttocks and the perineum towards the heel. Lengthen that right leg and lengthen the vertebra. Beautiful. So we're going to come into one of the Marichyasana family, bound sage. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lower down. So taking your genitals and your navel and your rib cage and then your chest to that right leg. Maybe lower the forearms to the earth. We're then going to wrap around our left leg. So open through them arms like bird's wings. Flip the palms. And if it feels nice for yourself, bind them behind your back. If you want to ignite that fire a little deeper, squeeze through the core and lift everything off the earth, apart from your sit bones. Deep breaths. Okay, if you did lift, lower the leg back down. You're going to give me a wave with your right hand and then place it on your left leg. With that right hand on that left leg, peel that left leg to the floor. And then sweep the left arm over here, or maybe even drawing this right shoulder on the inside of the right thigh and holding on to the right big toe with the left hand. Deep breath. Okay, float this left hand behind you, fingers facing away. Take the weight into the shin as we're going to find a gate pose. The weight into that left shin and we lift up. Beautiful, deep breaths. The hips as high as serves you. And float back down again. Now we're going to twist. So inhale, arms to the side of the body. Exhale, twist. Take this right hand across your back and onto your inner thigh, and the left hand across your right leg. Feel that nice juicy twist. Deep cleansing breaths. Neutralizing our Parsvanottanasana, our inclined plane. That was a back bend. Neutralizing it with a juicy twist. Beautiful work. Okay, take the right hand behind you, still gaze at it, hastadrishti, gazing at the hand. The left hand is going to catch the right little toe. So bend that right leg, flip that left palm and catch your little toe for a revolved heron stretch. Deep breaths. Now we're going to enter a seated birds of paradise. So just do what you can. It's real deep in the hips. So start to bend this left knee, wave with your right hand and then sweep it under your left leg. Yeah? Hold the bottom of your right leg, right not left, so you can bring this right leg onto your shoulder as much as possible, like your leg is a backpack strap. Lovely. Just take some mobilization here. Rock the baby stretch with that leg. Then placing this right hand back on the floor. Maybe you can straighten the right leg over the right arm. Only do what feels nice. And bend it again if you did straighten it. Place your left hand down. Might put front on a little bit so you can see me. So place your left hand down as well. Yeah? And you're going to tuck this right foot behind the left foot as you lift the left foot. And this may be plenty, yeah? Maybe you can raise your buttocks. Maybe you can guide your body into an 8-angle pose. But please just do what's right for you. Slowly coming down and releasing that right leg off your shoulder. Now taking another, I think it's C of the Bound Sage family. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forearms down. I'm going to wrap around our right leg, so swim the arms round, flip the palms and bind. I forget the name of this one because I always call it the suitcase stretch. I always say, imagine you want to pop your body in a suitcase. You're making it as teeny weeny whiny, closed in as you possibly can. Deep breaths. Gorgeous. And then release any binds if you did make it there. Remember, it's no different if you did or didn't. You're still getting all them benefits. It's the presence on the mat that counts, not where you get with the pose. So we're going to roll up now. So we're going to roll up into a standing split. So I'll demonstrate. Little rock and roll back, putting the weight in the right foot, situated the palms down and shooting the left foot to the sky. Maybe rolling isn't one for you and you want to guide yourself with the arms instead of rolling. Shooting that left foot all the way to the sky, sprinkling the hands nice and wide. Breathing deeply as if you want to give your shin a little kissy. It does deserve it. Deep breaths. So let's welcome an Ardha Chandra Asana into our practice, half moon pose. Slightly take that right hand to the outer corner of your mat. From here, begin to turn your hips and torso slightly. and open through that left hand. Deep cleansing breaths here. Any adaptations are welcome, maybe peeling those right fingertips off the earth so you can fully balance. Maybe you'd like to explore a candy cane holding that back foot. Deep breaths. Take a generous bend in the right knee to get balance and square the hips as you shoot that left leg back. Woo! Shoulders in line with the wrist. Warrior stance again. So back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Pinky parallel to the back of the mat. Deep breaths. Beautiful. Now imagine there's your favourite drink in front of you. Reach for it. And then straighten your right knee and place your right hand down onto your shin or the earth. Trikonasana, a triangle pose. Don't allow the body to slouch forward or back. Imagine you could be a filling in the middle of a sandwich. Nice and straight and flat. Deep breath. So we're going to take a bit of a twisty variation of this now. So sweep this left hand over to the ear. Maybe it can catch the shin, or maybe it can even catch the little toe. As if you want to smell your armpit, bringing your head through, and your right hand is coming on across to the opposite leg. Again, on the thigh, or on the shin, or by the ankle. It's the presence on the mat, not where you go with the pose that counts. The alignment is important, so it's better to take things slower, get everything correct. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Yeah, take a nice bend in that front knee just to balance yourself and sweep the arms up. We meet back at our warrior two, Buddha-Badasana 2. Place the hands on the crown. Straighten your front leg and turn your hips to the front. A variation of Pasvanottanasana. So A, not you, like the other one. Our pyramid pose. So really peel the heart open now. Soften the crown into the palm. Turn the back foot, big toe in slightly. As if you could balance on a tightrope. That's how you want your feet. Deep breaths. Really good one to square the hips back to the front. So push that right hip back, left hip forward. Good. Okay, take the hands out to the side. Bend that front right knee. So both are available here. You can stay on the flat of the foot, or you can come into more of a lunge on the ball of the toe. We're going to wrap the arms, Garudasana, eagle arms. Wrap the right arm under the left. Bend the right arm, expose the left arm to the sky. Then bring the palms to meet. Deep breaths. Open the space. Make sure the knee and ankle of the right leg is stacked. We're going to revolve now. So take them eagle arms past and across your right leg. If we took the right arm under, as suggested, we should be able to unravel and the left arm will juicily come to the floor and the right to the sky. Deep breaths. Slowly bringing the hands back to the heart and lifting the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float the arms down. Frame the right leg, come onto the ball of the toe of the left foot. Three-legged plank. Shoot the right leg back. Shoot your right leg back. Drop the hips slightly. Three-leg chaturanga. If it's uncomfortable at all, drop the leg that's on the floor or take the full option. Lovely, Alex. Three-leg chaturanga. Hover there for a few breaths. And then melt down, open the heart space. In a Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Cobra with the elbows bent. Or full up dog with them straight. Beautiful. Open that heart space. Deep breaths. Then curl the toes. We'll meet back at down dog. So take the ears past the shoulders. Lovely. Now raise your right leg, Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana, 3-leg down dog. Float the body forward so you're in a similar position to before, stacking the shoulders and wrists. And then pivot the hips to the sky. Bring the right foot down, hips to the sky. Deep breaths. I like to put my hand on my crown here. It can feel pretty juicy. Just an option. It's nice to have it to the sky as well. Okay, this right leg's now going to take a journey up and through past the left. So sweep the right hand down, come onto the ball of the left foot, sweep the right leg through that space. Beautiful. Rock star. Pivot the left heel down now and open the left arm. Beautiful. Now soften the hips. Take a little stretch here. Bring the forearms down. Lovely. Straight leg pigeon. Now float the arms over. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, wide leg forward facing fold. Surrender. Deep breath. Lengthen the vertebra. And then bring the heels to meet. So we can fold at the front of our mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float down. So you'll be pleased to know we've done it all on one side now. So we're going to do it all on the other side to balance that male and female energies. So, cross the legs, bring the hands in front and step back. Take a Chaturanga Dandasana and then peel the heart open. Exhale as we meet at down dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Begin to pedal the feet, then begin to walk the hands all the way to the feet so we end up at the back of our mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, surrender. Get used to being at the back of your mat. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart space. Shuffle the feet together so the big toes meet. Squeeze into the right sole of the foot now. Ground yourself through the right foot. Bring the left sole of the foot to the same space you took it on the opposite side. It could be here, it could be up here. Deep breaths. So I was showing the lower one. Imagine you're a tree waving in the wind. Now open your branches. Spread your fingers. Deep breaths. Lovely work. Now on the next exhale, draw that left knee into the chest. Give it a cuddle. Start to take it back. So keep hold of it with your hand and start to take it back. Lovely. Settle here with the hamstring stretch we're performing, or start to tilt the torso, rib cage, the chest down slightly. Bringing this right hand in front of you. If you have the range to move a little further, flip your palms so you're holding onto your big toe space side and open through into a full dancer pose. Rajanattvasana, King Dancer. Woo! I am wobbling in the wind. So I'm going to listen to my body and come down slightly. Lovely. Okay, now flex the foot and shoot it back, drawing the arms forward for a warrior three. Deep breaths. Hands back to the heart. Shoot that left leg forward for our high lunge. Deep breaths. Pivot the back foot inwards as we meet at warrior two, Baddha 2. Stacking that knee and ankle. Torso in the open space. Hastadrishti, gazing at your left hand. Side angle. Bring the left forearm onto the left leg. Right bicep to the ear. Deep breaths. Gently and slowly taking that left hand down to the inside of the left foot and taking that right hand up to the sky. gently and carefully and consciously in your own time, sweeping that right arm down to meet at Skandasana, our side squat pose. Taking the hands to the heart space. Don't dump that bottom down. Turning to the back of your mat, use your hands to help you. Gather your knees to meet. Curl your foot so you're on the front of your left foot. Ardha Virasana, half hero. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, like a waterfall, just float down. Find length in the body with every in-breath. And with every exhale, surrender deeper. Beautiful. Lengthen the vertebra. Bring the hands behind you, fingers facing the buttocks. Bend your right knee, sole of the foot on the floor. Start to lift your buttocks slightly, which you can do so with the pressure of your hands on the mat. As you do so, lifting the buttocks, raise your left foot to the sky. Oh, hello. For our inclined plane, 3-leg variation. Start to bend the elbows, settle those buttocks back to that right heel, left leg long. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Make a little space between your left thigh and your right foot. And then on the next inhale, sweep your arms in front of that right leg. Stay here or flip the palms and bind behind you. Beautiful. Maybe we can lift everything and work into that fire. Balancing on the sit bones. Taking a Navasana, Matrasana variation. Natrasana, Marichasana. Mixing those two together. Deep breaths. And releasing that back down. Beautiful. And then the left hand is going to help the right knee fall to the earth. And the right arm is going to sweep over for our revolved fold. Trying to get that left shoulder on the inside of the left leg where possible. Deep breaths. Okay, sweeping that right arm 180 degrees back to the earth. Putting the weight on this right shin as we lift into a gate pose. Deep breaths. Open the heart. Releasing it back down. As you do so, bring the hands parallel. Wrists in line with the shoulders. Deep inhale, exhale as you twist. Right hand's coming past that left leg and the left hand's coming across the lower back. Maybe even catching your pants, your shirt or your inner left thigh. Really gazing past that left shoulder, feeling this juicy twist. Deep breath. Okay, release that left hand, fingertips now to the earth. Start to bend that left knee. Flip that right palm and catch the little toe. For our half heron revolve. Taking that left arm back. Deep breath. Bending that left knee again, creating a little space to thread this left arm under it. Flip that left hand so you can help this left leg make its way as far on top of your shoulder as possible, like your leg is a backpack strap. Once there, place that left arm back on the earth. And then you may want to straighten, only if it feels nice, that left leg. You can even place that left palm on the right sole of the foot if you wish. That can sometimes help open the space. Deep cleansing breaths. Bending that left knee again. Placing that left hand down. It's literally in line with or underneath your right foot. And then place your right foot just under your right knee. So you've got a small, about 30 centimetre or yoga block width between your palms and your wrists are in line. You don't want one forward or back further than the other. You're then going to wrap this right ankle and foot around the front of the left one and start to tilt forward, raising the buttocks. Maybe then you can begin to straighten the legs, only if it feels nice for full 8 angle pose. Strong, strong, strong. Coming out of this pose and releasing the arm. Taking that left foot in front, if it did hover on behind, as we take our bounce sage C. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, surrender the forearms down. Inhale, lift the heart slightly and draw the arms, bicep pushing into the shin. Flip the palms, maybe we combine. Deep breaths. Now lengthen the vertebra. I'll show the walking up option. I'll get Alex to show the rock and roll option as we come into our standing split. Take some cleansing breaths here. Square the hips. Shoot the big toe of the right foot to the sky. Maybe you can walk your hands back. You may have in your practice holding the leg. Just listening to your body. Okay, taking the left hand to the outer corner of the mat. Turn the torso and hips to the open space to the right and follow it with the right hand. Fingertips to the sky. Ardha Chandra Asana. Half moon pose. Again, options to fly. Woo! Options to hold the foot in a candy cane. You choose. Deep breaths. So bend the supporting left leg now and shoot that right leg back. Little toe and heel parallel to the back of the mat. We meet back at Warrior 2, Virabhanasana 2. And the next inhale, imagine you're reaching for something you really want. Exhale, straighten that left knee and meet at Trikonasana, triangle. Remember the points from before, body straight and long like you're in the middle of a sandwich. The hand doesn't have to be on the floor. It can be on the shin, it can be on the foot, pushing the foot into the earth space. Deep breaths. Now drawing the bicep to the ear, we're going to find that intertwined option. So keeping the heart spiraling as much to the sky as you can. Maybe you hold the shin or the calf, maybe the toe, and then layering this left arm through to hold the back leg. Deep breaths. Now bend that supporting knee for some balance. Once you get balance, lift on back up into your Virabhanasana 2. Nice generous exit. Take a few cleansing breaths here. Then we're going to place the hands on the crown. We're going to straighten the front leg. Maybe you want to walk that back leg in slightly, or maybe you just want to turn the big toe in slightly. So we've got them legs that could balance on a piece of rope. So back foot turned in a little more than our warriors. Turn the hips to the front. Really pushing through the left hip back. Squeezing the right buttock. Really drawing the right hip forward. So you want the hips as square as possible. That means a lot of activation in our buttocks for this pose. Really hold on to the crown. Maybe you can take it back slightly. Now bend that front knee. Stack the knee and ankle. Stay on the heel at the back, or maybe come onto the toe if that serves you better. Open through the arms. Take the left arm under the right, preparing for Garudasana arms. Bend that left arm. Bring the palms to meet. Open the space. Now we're going to revolve, so bring the arms past the left leg. Take the left fingertips to the floor and the right fingertips to the sky. Deep breath. Drawing the hands to the heart, lifting the vertebra. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float the arms down. Shoot the left leg back, come onto the ball of the right toe. Our three-legged plank, core strong. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, peel the heart open. Cobra up dog. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Let's take a moment here. Then on the next in-breath, shoot your left foot to the sky. Three-legged down dog. Float the body forward. Stack the shoulders and wrists. Bending through that left leg. Tip it past the right. Pivot the right heel inwards. Kamakara Asana, our wild thing. We're nearly there. I'm hot. Okay, bring this left arm back down as you thread that left leg in to your chest and past the right. Now raise the right arm, rock star or fallen triangle you may have heard it called. Bring the right arm down, send the hip with you gently. Straight leg pigeon. Deep breaths. Now windmill the arms up, turn the hips to the corner of the mat. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the vertebra. Take an exhale, then bring the legs to meet. So you'll end up back at the front of the mat if you take your left foot to meet your right. Fold here. Inhale. And exhale. So. And the next inhale, lengthen the vertebra. And then I'm going to hand you straight on over to Alex. Let's bring things back down a little into that parasympathetic nervous system. We've been working with the synthetic, the fight or flight a lot. So now our rest and digest.
Well done, guys. Pretty fiery flow. Thanks, Becky. First posture, we're going to stay where we are. We're going to draw the soles of the feet. Excuse me. Not spoke for half an hour. Together, bring the knees wide. We're going to take Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclined butterfly. We're going to just slowly lower the body back down onto the earth. Now, we're going to stay here for a minute or two. Feel free to get some cushions or blocks. Haven't got anything around me to help, unfortunately. Maybe I should have grabbed some logs before just to show you, but anything to help if the hips are a little bit tight or you're just feeling a little bit of pain in there, not pain but discomfort, and you want to just make it a little easier, then just prop them up. If not, we just lie down gently. We allow the hips to open. Hands can be wherever you like, maybe out to the side, maybe above the head, maybe on the belly and the heart, wherever feels good for you. And just try to fully relax now. Try to fully release. Feel the heart rate settle. Feel the breathing start to slow down. It's the transfer over from the male, from that fire, that yang, over into that female, that cool, the yin. And this transition between male and female, between fire and cool and left and right nostril and breathing and stuff like that, happens naturally throughout the day. And it can switch approximately every 2 to 3 hours, but also depending on what we do. So if we do something that cultivates or sort of enhances that male energy, that fire energy, so maybe we're busy or we get an email that we don't like and all of a sudden that fight or flight kicks in, that male energy, that fight, that fire, then the right nostril will become a little more flared than the left, and we will find that more air will be coming out of that right nostril. So the breathing we did at the start, the Alonoma Viloma, the alternate nostril breathing, that helps to balance that. However, it does naturally switch, so don't worry. It does depend on what we're doing. So sometimes you can actually bring the finger underneath the nose and just have a little notice. Just see which nostril is breathing out slightly more air. Maybe if we take a bath or a nice chilled book, or we paint, or we do something that's nice and relaxing and nurtures that creative or that cool, that yin side, then maybe it'll switch to the left. But just being aware that we have both sets of energy, even though we're classed or sort of pigeonholed as male and female in this society. We are made up of both sets of energy. So we're going to stay here just for about another 20 seconds, guys, just trying to allow ourselves to settle from that yang into that yin. And in yin, there's not so much emphasis on the effort. That's the point. So in most yoga, yang yoga, it's all on the joints, the muscles. We are holding ourselves strenuously in the positions. In yin, we surrender, we let go, we allow the control to be given over to relaxation, to calm. And we don't focus on the breath. In the yang, the male yoga, we breathe deeply, nice ujjayi breath, energizing breath. In yin, I'm not asking you to do anything with the breath. Just want you to leave it, just allow it to be. So whenever you feel ready, guys, just start to slowly bring the knees together, maybe using the hands to draw the knees in gently together. Now I'll encourage a little bit of movement here. Just bring the knees in towards the chest. Wrap the arms around nice and slowly. Gently rock side to side. Now we don't want to move too quickly, but we are going to come up to all fours whenever you're ready. So just roll gently to one side, any side will do. But nice slow movement, guys, as if we're moving in slow motion or through quicksand or something that's quite hard to move through, maybe mud. So let's come on to all fours. We're going to set up a pigeon posture. We're going to try and do it without as much yang movement as possible. So all we need to do really is just shift this right knee forwards towards the right wrist. Then that should create that room. Maybe we just need to lift that left knee slightly so we can bring the right foot diagonally under the body, or maybe it becomes a right angle towards the front of our mat. We're going to settle that back leg down. But word of warning, if we've got a 100% pigeon, if this is my 100% stretched out pigeon, I don't want to be here for a couple of minutes. It can do a little bit of damage. So just bring it back slightly into a more relaxed version of your pigeon. And as Becky's demonstrated, we're going to start to surrender. So maybe your surrender is here. And if we are just surrendering here with the forearms down, then just see, in fact, wherever we are, just have a quick scan and see if there's anywhere that we are holding tension that we don't need to. So I'll just point out, so we've got Becky lay nice and relaxed in her pigeon. Bring awareness even to this back foot, even to these back toes. Can these be relaxed slightly? What about these toes? Have we got tension in here? Are we holding any tension even in the fingertips, the hands, the shoulders, the neck, wherever we can, the jaw, the tongue, the face? The point of yin yoga is to soften around this tension, to try and allow ourselves to settle in to the posture. And what happens is, after about, there is some debate on this, but after about 90 seconds, you may feel like you've relaxed as soon as you got into the posture, but for the first 90 seconds, the muscles are still reactive. They're still in that state of holding you there. Once you start to soften, after that 90 seconds, they then release that control. And this is when the stress starts to be placed onto the connective tissue. So that is the tendons, the ligaments, but more importantly, the fascia, or the fascia, however we want to pronounce it. And the fascia is basically a web of connective proteins that weaves its way around, surrounds, penetrates every single muscle and part of the body except for the heart. And this is what we want to affect in yin. It's about myofascial release. It's about getting rid of the knots within the fascia. So let's slowly start to come out of that pigeon. It is a very challenging posture. Let's slowly come up. Let's bring that right knee, just slide it back to join the left and drop into our tabletop position. Maybe gently taking some hip circles just to feel that recovery, that maybe that warmth within the hip. Maybe you can feel the fluid rushing back to the areas we've just held it back from. Well done. Let's set that up on the other side. So left knee goes towards the left wrist, the left foot goes diagonally under the body. We extend that back foot. We decide where the edge of our stretch is, whether it's here, whether it's onto the forearms, whether it's lying as Becky is all the way down. But wherever we are, we attempt to bring relaxation, to bring a little bit less tension to the pose. And what can happen in these positions, especially the more intense positions in yin, so your pigeons, your dragons and stuff like that, the mind starts to get involved. It's a lot of the reason why in the Western world we accept, I wouldn't say like, it's probably the wrong word, but we accept vinyasa a lot easier than we do hatha or yin. And the reason that is because we're used to the fastness, we're used to the fast-paced life, the bang, 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 the thing after the next thing, after the next thing, after the next thing, what's next? But when we do this, it gives us that chance to pause, to reflect. And sometimes we don't like to do that. Sometimes the mind can get involved. So if that's the case, I'll implore you to just bring the mind to something else. Maybe scan through the body again, see whether we can release that tension. Maybe bring it to the breath and just notice how calm the breath is. We'll stay here for about another 30 seconds. So as we prepare to come out of the posture, just remember what I said about movement, nice and slow, mindful, maybe even think, I'm going to place this hand here, I'm going to push into here, I'm going to raise the chest here. Just think about the movements, nice and slowly come out. And when you're ready, sweep this left foot to join the right one in to a tabletop. Take a little bit of movement. Maybe that's stretching the legs out behind and rotating the ankles. Maybe it's the hips side to side, whatever feels right for you. Well done, guys. Very challenging set of postures. So the next one, we're going to lower all the way down slowly to our belly. So coming all the way down onto the belly. There's a couple of options here, and I'll get Becky to show them. The first one will be crocodile. So in crocodile, we place the palms on top of each other, the forehead rests down, and we just settle in this position here and just try and allow ourselves to release. This is also an option if you take the next option and halfway through you think, yeah, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to come out and go into crocodile. That is an option. Don't feel like you can't move in yin. Although the emphasis is on staying still and relaxing, you can move. So the next option is the elbows come underneath the shoulders and we lift into a sphinx posture. So you can see Becky has the elbows directly underneath the shoulders here. This will open up the chest, okay? So this is quite a stressful yin position because we're holding quite a lot of tension to get into this position right here. But as I said before, it's about finding the areas that you can soften around. So Becky will bring the attention to the hands, the fingers. Can we relax them anymore? Can she soften around the abdomen, the legs, the ankles, the feet, the jaw, the face? Wherever we can bring a little more softness within the body, we attempt to do so. Staying here for about another 30 seconds. And feel free, if this is getting intense already, take the first option I showed, just bringing yourself back down into crocodile. That is where we're all going to end up at the end of this posture, just to recover. So feel free to do that earlier if it's for you. Very slowly drop down, palm onto palm. Bring the forehead or the cheeks on to the backs of the palms and just completely release, completely relax. Maybe this is one of them positions where you can feel the nostrils breathing out against the skin. Maybe you can see whether that left nostril is indeed a little more open than the right. Well done, guys. Nice and slowly, we're going to roll onto our backs. Feel free just to roll over. I think I'm going to take that option, just to literally roll onto our backs. We're going to take a one-leg spinal twist either side. So just bring the right knee with a 90-degree bend. So the right leg comes up, 90-degree bend in the knee. We're going to take the left hand onto the outside of the right knee and gently encourage that right knee over to the left-hand side, so crossing over the body. This is maybe where you'd like some bolsters, cushions, blankets, blocks, wherever underneath this right knee. Sometimes it can be quite nice to place it in between the thigh and the stomach. Maybe we can look, excuse me, down the right arm. But just trying to settle again into this posture. Trying to relax. Trying to release. Another 15 seconds or so here. And nice and slowly look up towards the sky or the ceiling. Draw that left knee, help it with the hands, sorry, that right knee. Help it with the hands all the way back to the center. And just draw both knees to the chest for a moment. Wrap the arms around, give them a gentle squeeze and gently rock from side to side. Then when you're ready, straighten out the right leg, allow that to drop gently down to the floor. Bring the left knee with a 90-degree bend. Right hand this time catches the outside of the left knee, left arm extends. And then gently and carefully drop that left knee over to the right hand side. Maybe we send the gaze down the left arm. And again, just trying to find softness, trying to release, trying to relax into the earth. Another 15 seconds here, guys. And then whenever you feel ready, Slowly send the gaze back up to the ceiling or the sky. Draw the knee back into the center using the hands. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Wrap the arms around. Very gently rock from side to side. So we're going to take our final posture just for 30 seconds. It's going to be constructive rest. So for constructive rest, release the soles of the feet down, width of the mat, and just allow the knees just to drop in together. That should release any tension from the abdomen and allow all of that pressure to come off the lower back. Place the right hand onto the belly, the left hand onto the heart. Close the eyes and just allow yourself to release. Guided you through the yang, the male, the fire energy. We've transferred it over into the yin, the cool, the female energy. And now we're going to take our shavasana, our final and probably most important posture. You can stay here if this is feeling really nice and you just want to stay here for a little longer. Feel free to do that. Or as Becky's doing, you can straighten the legs out. Allow the toes to gently drop out to the side. Hands not too close to the body, palms facing the ceiling. Allow yourself to release and allow yourself to relax. Close the eyes. And let's just take a little moment for ourselves. Feel free to lie here for as long as you like. Or if you'd like to come with us now, just gently start to wiggle the tips of the fingers, the tips of the toes, start to wake the body up. Gently circle the wrists and the ankles. Maybe extend the arms above the head. Extend the legs and take a full stretch all the way through the body. And then whenever you feel ready, I'll invite you to roll onto any side of the body today, so either the right or the left, whichever feels good for you, or you can just stay exactly where you are and completely relax. But wherever we are, I want you to bring the awareness to sinking the weight down into the earth. Just pausing on your side that you've chosen for a few moments. And I'll invite you, whenever you're ready, to make your way softly and gently back up to a seated position with the eyes closed. Then let's bring the fingertips to the side and connect with the earth, and mudra in itself just to help ground us back down into our space. When you're ready, take a nice big inhale to gather the palms above your head. Exhale, hands down to the heart space. Bring the thumbs to rest on the breastbone. Bring the chin down towards the chest. Thank yourself for the practice you've undertaken today. Whenever you feel ready, just start to very slowly blink the eyes open and Namaste, friends.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're
Thank
enjoying it. And if you want any more tutorials, they will be on our YouTube, Yoga and Healing Northwest. It's a fantastic day. So happy to have brought you this in such a beautiful environment. Go and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you've got planned.
Or your evening.
Or your evening, indeed. Spread this feeling, this calm to anybody else you come across. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
you.